Well, we're finally into August, and a lot of changes have been happening in the real estate market, locally and nationally. I want to dive right in and take a look and see what happened specifically in Northern Nevada in the month of July. Let's take a look. We're going to start off with home prices first, and they actually jumped up even more. For the Reno Sparks single family home, the median home price hit $607,500. Now, look at how we've been kind of ramping up for quite some time now. I mean, look at back in January of last year, or of the beginning of this year, and you can just really see how much we've started to come up. And it's been, we're kind of nearing the record we were just a couple of years ago. So, you know, we still have some demand out there, and especially in specific markets, areas, the buyer demand is even higher. So we'll go into that because some areas are going to be more buyer market friendly and some are seller market friendly still. So there's definitely different areas and price ranges. So going into median days to contract, how quickly for those sellers out there are you getting an accepted offer on your home? Median days to contract is 23 for Reno Sparks single family home. Let's look a little bit closer by price range, and you should be able to see here, look at that. You can see between the white and the darker gray, the difference between last month and this month. And you can see some months it's significantly upward for July, and then some actually it's down. So it's inconsistent on different price ranges on which ones were taking longer. The one that kind of surprised me actually was the $400,000 to $500,000 price range went from 12 days to contract to 24 days to contract, so double. So with that, and a theory what could be assumed with this is maybe homes in that price point, maybe some of them needed a little bit more work. You know, maybe the condition wasn't as great. And so some maybe are taking a little bit longer to sell. I've noticed in this market, buyers are a little bit more picky on things because, you know, they have a little bit of option of choice and maybe some negotiation with a lot of these homes now. Let's take a look at our sold listings, new listings on the market, as well as our active inventory. I'm going to start with inventory first and look at our inventory has been climbing. So we ended June at 824 active listings with 929 for July. So we went up over 100 homes extra on the market that are just sitting there. So, or not, I shouldn't say just sitting there, but because we're starting to build that up, you know, we're seeing a little bit less activity there. And if you compare that to, you know, the new listings stayed almost the same from this month to last month, 538 last month of June, and then 533 for July. So while that almost stayed the same, we didn't see the inventory stay the same. So that tells us that maybe demand kind of went down a little bit because of the choice. Looking at our inventory over the last year, you can actually see that 929 is the highest it's been, you know, since over a year ago. So inventory has climbed. Like I said, buyers are being a little bit more picky, and that can be a good opportunity for buyers out there. While I'm not going to touch up too much on interest rates right now, I will say as of today, which is the 6th of August, interest rates have come down quite a bit just in the last few days. So that's going to open up a lot of opportunity for buyers out there. So August is going to be a very interesting month to see if buyers are going to start taking advantage and coming back into the market to take advantage of, one, more options for homes and a little bit cheaper than they've been able to get their interest rate over the last year. Interest rates today are cheaper today than they have been for over a year. So great news for you there for buyers. Now look at how many homes are available in your price range and kind of how that's changed over the last month. You can see that the most of them are all actually up or around the same. So the 1 million to 1.5 million actually stayed the same at 104 homes. And you can look at, but the $500,000 to $600,000 price range, which has the most inventory, that went up from 159 to 191. So we saw that be a little bit of a bigger jump there. So lots of options in that price range, and that can help you kind of guide where you want to go. Taking a look at the month supply of inventory, this does kind of tell us, you know, which way we're more leaning, buyer market, seller market. So if we start to see this number trail upwards. That's meaning we're leaning closer to a buyer's market. If we see the higher we see that number, and the lower we see that number go, it's going more towards the seller's market. So you can see we did notch up a little bit from 2.1 months supply to 2.2. Nothing dramatic, not the highest we've seen, but it is trailing or starting to tick upwards just a little bit there. So now our forecaster for what's coming on the market, I thought was really interesting actually. We did see more pending listings in July versus June. We went from 390 pending to 414 pending homes. So that means in the month of July, 414 single family home owners in Reno Sparks accepted an offer for their home. That's great news there that we're keeping that up. I honestly thought it was going to go down. So that's good news though, that we're still staying pretty strong and actually holding pretty steady for those pending sales. Once we start to see that number trail, which you can see last year we saw around the same in August of last year, we'll see, and then it started to trail down. Are we going to see that this year? We'll have to wait and find out. Which price point was the most popular? You can actually see that a lot of them, I mean, that basically that $400,000 to $750,000 price range really ate up most of those pending sales, and so most of them actually went up just a little bit on there. So always interesting to see just in the price range how they're changing month by month. Now let's get into the hyper-local market, starting with Reno. That jumped up $670,000 for median home price in Reno. So it is still going up for the area. Inventory is up to 660 homes in the area. So climbing up there with new listings. Actually, month over month, new listings did go down for Reno to 358 new listings, 20 days to contract, and we had 267 homes sell. Heading over to Sparks, median home price of $550,000. That's actually down from last month, with active inventory at 273, new listings 176. Took a little bit longer at 24 days to contract there with 153 homes sold. Our capital of Carson City saw a little bit of an adjustment. We talked about this last month because it kind of jumped up a bunch, and I thought it might correct for this month, and I was correct. While it looks like the month over month was a bigger drop, I think just a few fluke homes kind of skewed the numbers for Carson City last month, and that's why we saw that for the June numbers. But July numbers kind of recorrected, $526,178 for median sales price. 160 homes on the market, that is down as well. As well as new listings was down to 74. So, and about 4 weeks to contract. Heading out to Fernley, $385,990. So that did go up a little bit with inventory going up as well. New listings, decent drop in new listings, double digits there. So, we saw a little bit fewer homes hitting the market out in Fernley. Might be a good opportunity for a seller with the prices going up as well on that. So, median days to contract was 43 though. So, one thing to watch out there, took a little bit longer to get sold. A little bit further to Gardnerville in Minden area, $615,000 median sales price. With active inventory at 130 homes on the market there. That is up. And median sales price is actually down from last month, and year over year actually down 10%. Closed sales at 45 units, properties sold in the area for the month of July. New listings at 66, and median days to contract 21 days, 3 weeks. We're going to close out with Reno Sparks with condos and townhomes, and what that is $360,000 for any condo or townhome in the Reno Sparks area. That is up with active inventory at 264 properties as well on the market. New listings at 113 new listings on the market, and median days to contract at 25. 85 homes sold in the month of July for Reno Sparks condo townhomes. Now, like I mentioned, interest rates have come down a bit, and all signs are pointing to interest rates continuing to go down with an interest rate cut by the Feds potentially this September. Right now they're saying 100% chance. Will that happen? We'll find out. I'll keep you updated. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button because we're going to do some more content videos related to that and interest rates. So hit that. Be sure to hit that like button if you haven't yet. That really helps the algorithm with YouTube. helps me get out there even more and help more people like you be educated on what's happening in the real estate market here in Northern Nevada. I'm Garrett Stewart. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any other questions, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching.